Scrappy friends, welcome to the Clique channel. Today I am sharing with you guys the layout that I made for the August Clique challenge. So you can find out more information about that on the Clique blog. I'll make sure I have a link below in the information section of the video, as well as some other links so that you guys can get to the store easily, and especially with some of the products that I used from the kit. I am using the main kit for this challenge, and the challenge is to use that sketch, and then also we were challenged to do like a really big title. So I am going to be trying to use this sketch. I'm not going to lie, this is going to be really crazy. This sketch was like my nemesis, but I really didn't want to give up once I started. So you're going to see me play around with a lot of things, and it's going to end up way different. Except for I am going to keep that border that I stitched, because I really like that, and I liked the top part. So I don't know what it was with this sketch. I just had a really hard time. So I'm going to build some stuff and take some stuff off. Don't you just love it when layouts are like that? They just like cause you so much. Oh my gosh, I don't even know. There's got to be a word that describes that feeling of frustration of just not being able to get it. So I'm thinking, oh, maybe I can use some of these frames for the blocks that are in the sketch. This is a really fun sketch from Kristine Davidson. She made it. So it's creative scrappers. So she designs a lot of sketches for Clique kits. And then I'm thinking, I really like, okay, so this layout is going to be about seashells. Oh my gosh. Apparently that's really hard to say really fast, right? And so I have 3 photos that I want to use. One like 4x4, and then 2 really small, like 2x2s. And so I was thinking I would have liked to incorporate some of the shell paper, because there's a lot of shell stuff in this collection and kit. And this kit is using or highlighting the Pink Paisley Summer Lights collection. It's a super fun summer collection. I mean, it has lots of fun stuff, fun colors, a lot of like seashells and stuff like that. So vacation type of stuff. So I was thinking, I have these photos of my kids looking for shells, and there's some rocks and a crab shell picture and the beach. And so I thought it would be really fun. It'd be a play on, or a little bit different of a layout compared to all the other beach stuff that I have, since this is in Washington. And I'm still playing with these layers. I'm frustrated because my layers aren't the same size, and I was trying not to take it so literal. So I'm trying, and I really was thinking, oh, maybe I'll use some of this font that is on that paper. It has like bricks and a whole bunch of like words and stuff like graffiti, and it's really fun, and it's super bright, and I love the way the words look on there. But yeah, I don't know. And so I'm just moving papers around. I think I spent a good amount of time just moving papers around, and it was just one of those things. And I think sometimes when you work through something like this and you push things around, and sometimes you just got to almost get out of your head about it, because I think what it was is that I wanted to change up the sketch a little bit to fit my style, but I wanted to be able to keep the integrity of the sketch. And so I was just having a really hard time doing that. And like I said, was trying to use some of these frame pieces, thinking that that would help create those boxes that are in the sketch, but it wasn't working. So I'm gonna work on getting my photos ready, and I'm going to border all of them. Sometimes this is one of the things that I like to do is when the background isn't working, I kind of switch tasks, and sometimes that help. A lot of times that helps. But I really wanted to share this layout because and this whole crazy process of me not getting it, because I want you guys to know that it doesn't matter how good of a scrapbooker you are, just sometimes you're stumped by what you feel like should be happening on a layout and what actually is coming out. Sometimes you have this idea, you start with a sketch, you have some really cute photos, but as you're working, it just is not working out. And sometimes, so I'm thinking I kind of like this, the way this is going a little bit, but it feels off. The layers behind the photos and everything just feel really clunky to me. They don't really match. They're like, I don't know. They weren't working, but I'm thinking, well, maybe I'll just put this stuff down, right? Because sometimes you just got to put it down, like Sandra says, Sandy. Oh, snap, Gonzo's. So if you guys haven't watched any of her videos, you really need to. But that's one of her big things she used to say is you just stick it down. You just stick it down. Sometimes you just need to start sticking stuff down. You can move it around all day you want, but sometimes you just need to make decisions. And so I'm starting to do that. I have some of these frames going down. I really like I'm Never Going Home. I love that little board. It's really cute. I love that Vacation Vibes frame because I like the vacation. I like the font that they used in there. And I really like that using more of that yellow polka dot paper. It's super cute. I really like it. It's nice and bright. And my photos aren't overly bright because it was kind of overcast for part of the day, which is not uncommon here in Washington. But here I go getting in my head again. And so I'm thinking, well, maybe I should, because I didn't like that harsh line from the two layers. So I was thinking maybe I'll use this polka dot paper, and I really don't like this. I don't even know why I stuck it down. Seriously. I don't know. And I'm thinking, well, maybe I'll just start putting some other stuff down. And I decide to, I lay these out, and then this is where I'm just like, this is not working. And I'm thinking about tearing it all apart. So what you didn't see me do is take off the two bottom layers and pretty much everything, like the photos I took back off. I didn't have everything glued down, but I did have some of the stuff glued down. So I took stuff off. I ruined some of the paper, but that's okay because I know I'm going to be covering it up a little bit more, so I'm not so worried about that part yet, right? But what I did decide to do is cut some squares up with some just plain white cardstock. And I pulled out some of my shimmer stuff because when in doubt, go to what I know I can do. Go to somewhere where I can have fun, right? Because sometimes you just need to have a little bit of fun. Sometimes you need to go back to your roots. And I was trying not to use a lot of mixed media because I really was wanting this, because I already stitched around, I wanted it to lay a lot flatter. And I knew if I used mixed media, it wouldn't do that so much. And it's been really hot, and so, I was trying to avoid that, but I should have just known better that these colors and this kit just really screams media. To me, it screams like it needs mixed media. I need to play with media, right? So I don't know why I fought it. Sometimes we do this, right? Sometimes this is how we learn. So I'm just playing around with my shimmers. These little creamies that you see me using, these are new in the Clique store. They are the product of the month. So don't forget to check the link below so that you can go to the store and get some and put them in your kit for the add-ons, or you can just order them. They're super cute. I really like them. They're really nice and fun. All you have to do is just spray a little bit of water in it, let it sit for a minute, and then you go and you use them. And you use them just like watercolors. They're a little bit different. They have a little bit of a shimmer though. And they worked really well with the Suprema stuff that I brought out. Those other watercolors, they blended really well. And they're really nice and colorful. So I used the peach, the pink, and there's a purple. Those are the colors that I have. I don't have any of the other colors yet. But I imagine they're all really pretty. So I'm just gonna kind of put these in here. Oh, and that top one that I use the stencil, I use the Dazzlers. So, what color was that? It's like a tealy turquoise color. It's See You in the Morning, and it's one of my favorite colors because it's so pretty. And the Dazzlers are really nice and creamy and like, oh my gosh. So, and they do take time to dry. So I let this dry overnight. And I knew I just needed to walk away. I knew that was the next thing, the next part of the step, right? You walk away. So when a layout isn't working, you walk away, right? And so here I come back the next day. I stitched around these, around each of the little white squares just to kind of tie in the fact that I did the stitching around the whole thing. And I really like how this is going now. So now I'm just going to add some of these embellishment pieces that I had on there before. I had a couple of frames. And I'm going to pull in some of the squares because I really like those little squares, the hologram for the specialty paper. Yeah, they're really nice and fun. And I have a couple of die cuts and those acrylic seashell pieces. They're so awesome. So now I'm going to start building my title. Oh yeah, and I added one of the flares, the exclusive flares for the month. I got some extra square flares and it says salty and it's really pretty. It's a nice ombre, purple to blue to pink. It's just really pretty. But anyway, so now I'm working on the title, and one of the things from the challenge is to use a really big title and use different fonts. So I'm going to whip out a whole bunch of different things. I'm going to use this really fun hologram alpha that is in the kit, and I'm going to sneak in a couple of those phrases from, oh gosh, April maybe? No, whatever kit the Pink Fresh Studio stuff was in. May. I think it was in May because it was right before June. Yeah. So in the May kit, we had a lot of Pink Fresh Studio stuff. And in the Traveler's Notebook kit, there was the stickers of phrases. And I'm going to use a couple of those. This is actually, that wood grain is from my stash. I thought I needed something a little bit darker because I didn't really have a lot of dark. And there's not a lot of wood grain. And so I thought that that would be kind of nice. Though I almost wish that I had like a light, like a white ash color wood grain or something. That would have been nice too. But I like the dark color. It needed something dark. So I picked out a font that thickers from last month's kit. Those for the word discover is there. So I'm just kind of building it on my ruler that is not like straight at all. And I did add one of those, that vacation vibes frame in with the one that I did some mixed media in. So, and I'm just going to start putting this down. It really, I was reading it later and I'm like, I don't know if this totally makes sense, but I just really wanted to have fun with the title. So right now it says Hunting Seashell. I should have put an S on there, and I think I probably will. Hunting Seashells, but then it says it's the little things. Hunting Seashells. And at the the top, I'm going to end up adding a summer sticker from the sticker sheet. And then down at the bottom, so I'm going to leave just a little bit of space. And down near the bottom, I'm going to, over where I'm putting it now, down near all that other stuff that I was building, I'm going to put Discover Memories. And I'm going to use one of those little word phrases that says never stop learning. And then I'm going to add another sticker that says beach life. So it's going to say beach life, never stop learning, discovery memories. Discover memories. So it's a big mouthful. It doesn't completely make sense completely if you just read it all together. But when you start reading it piece by piece, I think it really matches what I wanted to say with this layout. I mean, this is my kids searching for seashells. They're used to, you know, tropical beaches, and these beaches are all full of rocks and there's little things to find, and they're learning and discovering all this new stuff that they didn't know before, and it was really fun to see them experience that. And that is what I really wanted to get with this layout, and I'm really happy with it. It's not my favorite layout, but I really am proud of the fact that I just kept going. So now I'm just layering some of these die cut pieces that are really fun, and I'm going to layer some stickers in there. Just kind of getting some of this seashell stuff, because I probably could go through and find some Hawaii stuff, and I probably will pull out like one or two of the Hawaii pictures and use with this kit and use some of the rest of the seashells. But I knew that there's probably not a whole lot of layouts right now that I'll use the seashells on. So one thing I did end up adding was the exclusive sequin mix. I did end up adding that at the end, and here is my end result. I really like how it turned out. It was super fun, and I'm really glad that I stretched myself. And I think this is one of the things that is satisfying, is when something isn't working and you kind of work through it. You just got to work through it, right? And you learn something, and you just go back to your roots. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope you guys check out the challenge and make sure you play along so that you can, get a chance to win something. And we'll see you guys later. I hope you have a great scrappy week. Bye.